Hi everyone, welcome back. If you are looking for that last minute holiday nail inspo, this video is definitely going to be for you. We're going to take a look back at some of my favorite holiday sets that I've done over the past few years, and I compiled them all in one video. So we have like a little holiday nail marathon, and this is a great way to get some inspo, to see some beautiful colors in action. It's also, we can kind of like have our little own nail party. You can have me on in the background while you're doing your own nails at home. But overall, these are my favorite holiday manis that I've done, and all these products right here are fantastic as well. So I really hope you enjoy this little holiday mani marathon that I have here for you. And stay tuned. Later this week, we'll still have a couple holiday manis here on my channel. We're also going to start doing some New Year's Eve nails. And then I'm going to show you some new stuff that is coming out for the year 2025. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right, so let's take a look back at some of my favorite holiday manis, and I'll see you all in the next one. Today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Sundara Nails. We're going to be playing with a really fun collection. And now this collection that you just saw there was part of a National Lampoon Christmas inspired collection. But before we dive into those really fun powders, we're going to start out with a staple color today. Now, Mary, you've seen on my channel in the past, it is a great must-have white in my opinion. Very, very full coverage. I mean, look at that coverage we got with one dip. It also is a game changer because it glows in the dark. And it's not your average like glow in the dark dip powder. It glows in the dark blue. So it is perfection. Also, we are doing the gel method today. Everything we are using for gels is HEMA free. So if you've ever suffered from a gel allergy or are looking for more of a gentle gel base and top coat, Sundara Nails is going to be the way to go because they're HEMA 21 free. All right, so we went ahead and did those white nails right away. And now we're diving into the really fun Christmas collection. Now, if you've been around with Sundara Nails for a while, you know that it is owned by two sisters, Heather and Heidi, and they both like to create their different themed collections whenever they're creating a dip powder. So there's always going to be two unique, beautiful collections. This year, the collections that are inspired by movies, so that is also really fun. So there is a Home Alone, Lost in New York kind of inspired theme, and then there's this one, which is the National Lampoon Christmas Vacation movie, which the names of these dip powders are so fun. They're beautiful. So this one right here, it is a thermal, and it doesn't that first dip remind you of like a glazed ice pond with like that like sleek ice finish that like no one's ice skated on yet, like just a perfect frozen pond. That's what this blue reminds me of. And check it out, that thermal change is giving you like the pond has some snow over it now, right? You can see where I'm going with that, but it's simply beautiful. It has these really pretty flakes on there that depending on which way the color shifts, it just brings out like this beautiful, almost opalescent vibe to it. And then it has these really pretty gold glitters in there. And those gold glitters are like the perfect round circle, but yet they're like not too shiny, not too sparkly. They're just right. But everything about this glitter right here is amazing. And the name is really funny too. If you've seen the movie before, you're going to understand the names of this. But this one is called The Shitter is Full. And I just like am thinking of that movie in that scene right now. And I just think it's just so fun. I really like the play on names. But overall, this color right here, it is everything. So then we're going to dive into this beautiful sparkle right now. And this is a glitter, but it also glows in the dark. So we have a lot of fun elements with this mani. We have like that beautiful, bright, traditional red that you see on that thumbnail. And then we have a thermal. We have some glow in the dark between this beautiful glitter right here. And then that white dip powder that we used as well. So super fun. I really like this collection. I feel like not only is it geared towards Christmas because of the theme names, I feel like you could totally rock these colors any time of the year. They're just overall great colors to have. Also, you can get these colors individually or you can get them in an entire collection. And if you get them in the entire collection, there is even more powders than you're seeing here. And you also get a really awesome collaboration decal set from Nails Truly. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while as well, you will know Nails Truly is by far the best decals that I consider out there in my opinion because they're very, very easy to use for any level of decal placement that you are dabbling into. If it's your first time or if you love decals and consider yourself like an expert or a pro, The decals from Nails Truly are amazing. They're very easy to use. They have really high quality pigments and inks in there, so they're not going to bleed, and you're going to get rich, vibrant application. All right, so this is what the mani looks like before we go ahead and add any decals to it or anything like that. But we are going to file and buff first. So with the thin layers of gel that I did and how finely milled these dip powders are, everything is laying really flat, so I'm only reshaping just a tidbit there, clean up the sidewalls and the free edge, and I did the rest of the filing off camera. We're just getting rid of some of that filing dust, and then back to those decals. So not only is there a collaboration with Nails Truly in this holiday collection, but there's also a cuticle oil as well, so that's really fun, and that's from Glitzy Oil Co. All right, so now what we're doing is we're applying a layer of gel base on the decal nails, and I'm curing for a full 30 seconds. That's going to give the nails a little bit of a tacky layer, so then we can really get these decals to where we want them, and it's just going to help them lay super flat to the nail. All right, so I put that decal in room temperature water for about 15 seconds, and that backing carefully came off. And now we're just going to press that little guy right there on the nail. So this is when he's like hanging up the Christmas lights, and then I believe he's getting electrocuted if I remember right. I totally need to watch this movie again. So now I'm taking a flat brush that has a little bit of acetone just to flatten out any wrinkles or lines, and then look how flat it's laying. It is perfect, very easy to use, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a layer of gel base just to seal in that decal, and while that's curing, we're going to go ahead and add another decal, which that decal had a mind of its own. It's laying upside down, it's floating to the bottom. It's okay, no matter if it's upside down, floating to the bottom, just keep it in there for the same amount of time. So now this one is really fun. I feel like this is a classic decal, and it is the Griswolds family Christmas, and it has that little station wagon with the tree on there, and then you have those traditional colors shining through of the red and green. Overall, so fun. This is also very nostalgic, and I feel like it's a great conversation starter. If you're going to be rocking this mani or a piece of this collection for Thanksgiving, it's really going to take people back to like a happy place. Everyone has a really awesome or a special memory when it comes to Christmas movies, and I just feel like it has all those nostalgic vibes that are just going to bring people together. So super fun. And if you are considering rocking this set for Thanksgiving, if you order now, you will be able to get it in time for Thanksgiving. All right, so we're taking a little bit of that red dip powder here on a brush that I use for ombre, and I'm just scrubbing that on the tip, and it's going to give it more of like a radiant effect. The reason why I like to place the gel base on the nail first and cure for two reasons: to protect that decal, and then I also feel like it's very easy to scrub on that pigment versus doing it on a dry nail, if that makes sense. I mean, even though it's cured, it has like this sticky layer to it, so I just feel like it applies a lot better. All right, then to seal everything in, I did the layer of gel base on the nails, cured for 30 seconds. Now we're doing the top coat on the rest of the nails, cured for 60 seconds. Here's the finished mani. I think it's so fun. You can see that middle nail, that thermal change. It's everything. It's like that icy teal blue with that perfect pop of like gold and those foils. And then here is that thermal change at room temperature. Overall, I really had fun creating this nostalgic mani. It's simple, but yet it's a conversation starter all on its own. And it's just a classic touch of Christmas. But yet, even though these dip powders are Christmas themed, you can honestly rock them any time of the year. Also, if you were considering getting the Sundara Mystery Holiday Box, the large box, I will have a video here. It's going to be separate. I'm going to do an unboxing. So if you wanted to see any sneak peeks or what is in it before you considered buying it, there's only a few left. And I will link that unboxing video at the end of this video as well, so you can just click on that link and it'll take you right to that unboxing, or you can go under my videos on my channel and find that unboxing as well. But I hope you enjoyed this simple classic mani, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Kande Dips. We're going to be creating a gingerbread mani, and I could not be more excited about these two colors that we're using today. When I first saw them from Kande Dips, I knew I had to have them. They're beautiful, they're everything, and they're perfect for that holiday season and for the winter season. Now the color we're using right now, it doesn't look like anything too crazy, but we are going to change it up and bring it to life with that second dip, and then when we hand place some more glitters. So this is called icing, and it's reminding me of like that funfetti vanilla frosting with like the sprinkles. So it has like this beautiful white frosting base to it, and then it has these really awesome glitter pieces, which again, I'm focusing on the powder only for that first dip, and then we'll get a little bit more into those glitters with that second dip, and then we're also going to hand place, but there's a surprise in this dip powder as well. There's little Christmas trees and little stars, like the cutest, adorable little Christmas trees I have ever seen. They're just so cute and they just lay so flat to the nail. And this dip powder right here, it is everything. It doesn't look like anything crazy, but it's truly special and it's gonna get your nails ready for the holiday season. So here you can see we picked up some more glitters, but I am gonna hand place even more glitters. So that is happening because I just love how like tiny they are. So there's like these little circles, then there's smaller circles in here. It's truly like a really awesome, just overall fun dip powder, and it's really just going to tie in that gingerbread mani. So we are doing the gel method today as well. And this is right here with that second dip. See, we picked up even more. Isn't it giving you like that funfetti frosting kind of vibe? Oh, I love it so much. So since I am doing the gel method, anytime I'm using any dip powder with glitters, I always go ahead and just gently tap everything down just to make sure everything is laying as flat as it can be before we go ahead and cure. That is just something I like to do. Also, the flatter everything tends to lay, then the less buffing and filing I have. Also, we are using the Model 1's gel base and gel top coat for today's mani as well, which has a very thin consistency, which is super helpful when it comes to doing the gel method with dip powders. All right, so I am going to end up hand placing glitters on all of the nails, but I'm only going to focus on this one right here because this one is the only one we're going to add the stars in the Christmas tree. So how cute is this Christmas tree? It's adorable. It's just, I've never seen anything like it before, especially in a dip powder. And I love just how like cute and dainty it is, and it's not overwhelming or anything like that on the nail, and you can add as many as you want. We're going to end up adding 3 total. So I'm just like shimming through the cupcake liner here with a shovel, trying to find more Christmas trees and more hidden gems in here. And when I was scooping it out, that's when I also noticed the stars, which these stars are just like the perfect yellow. And anything that we're placing on this nail right now is just going to pop in color as well because we have that beautiful like white icing background, which is super pretty. So we're just hand placing stars, and we're also going to add a few more trees. So the best part about the gel method is that I can really take my time and get these glitter pieces exactly where I want them to lay before I go ahead and cure. You can do this as well with your dip liquids. Just keep in mind that you might have to go back in with your dip liquids a couple times depending on how fast drying your dip liquids are. But no matter what method you use, this icing dip powder is definitely a must-have for that season. It's just going to get your nails ready for the holiday season. There's something about the gingerbreads that I'm totally gravitating towards this this season. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's like those warm browns and then we have like those fun pops of color. I don't know what it is, but I'm totally obsessed with it. So I did the rest of the glitter placement off camera. Now we're going in to that beautiful gingerbread color. And this color, I mean, this color is gorgeous. This color is going to be one of those colors that you could totally rock all year long. You can do an all over mani. You could mix this in and even do a little bit of pink. You could do some ivory colors. You could even use this for an all over color and then do nail art over it. This is a great color, and I really like how it's like not so overpowering brown. It's more on the lighter side, like a toasty brown, if that makes sense. And it has a little bit of an orange undertone, which I really like, and it has the most gorgeous sparkle. So I cured for 30 seconds, dusted off, and now we're going to go in with another coat here. And then when you see this, when we go in with that second coat, this is when this color just comes to life, and the sparkle is everything. I just feel like even like on a summer day, like this color right here is like giving me tropical vibes. I don't know, it's giving me like sandy vibes. I love it so much. It's a great color. So even though it has the name of gingerbread, you could truly get away with using this color any time of the year. But I just love how we built it up, and that shimmer with the second dip. It is just everything to me. All right, so we're going to go ahead and file and buff. Filing and buffing I am just gently reshaping ever so lightly. When I am filing and buffing, I make sure I'm getting right under that press on and just cleaning everything up and then ever so lightly reshaping that tip. Everything is laying really flat, so I do not need a file and buff on the top. All right, so that pinky nail, I did end up adding more multiple colors. Originally, I was just going to stick with the red on that pinky, but then I ended up adding the rest of the colors because I was like, we need more colors on this nail. So now I'm doing a layer of gel base on the nails that we're going to be doing a little bit of stamping to, and I'm curing. So we're going to focus on that little gingerbread. So I'm using some white here. This is stamping polish. Everything that we are using today will be listed in that description box below. When you're working with stampings, you want to make sure that you are working fast. So you want to apply that polish right on the plate. You want to go ahead and scrape it right away, and then you want to go ahead and clean up your stamper. I just use a little lint-free roller just to remove any extra image that I do not want to risk transferring on that nail. And then you're just going to go ahead and stamp it on that nail, rock back and forth, and then you have your image. So another good thing about doing that layer of gel base is that once we cured it, it gave that nail a little bit of a sticky, tacky layer, which also helps any decal or stamping image just lay really flat to the nail. And I also went ahead and did the gel base on those glitter nails as well off camera. So I'm going to go in now and go ahead and scrape on the same stamper. I did not clean it. I normally can get 2 images per plate without cleaning it. Otherwise, just use a little bit of acetone and just clean up your stamping plate before you go back in with the polish, and then just put a little bit on there and scrape, and then you will get a great image as well. But I really like the stamping plate. It has everything you need to get your nails ready for the holidays. Plus, I felt like these little gingerbread people just tied it in together completely. And now we're going to go ahead and seal the rest of the nails with a layer of gel top coat. And I'm going to finish up the rest of the nails off camera, and I am curing for a full 60 seconds. And then guess what? Here's the finished mani. It's adorable. It is everything. And I could not be more excited about this mani. And I don't know, there's something about it that totally just like melts my heart. It's kind of a little bit of a nostalgic vibe. And I really like how I only put those Christmas trees on the middle of the nail to kind of have like that be like the focal point to just really bring that icing dip powder to life. But overall, I love it so much. So I also did only a little bit of the circle glitters on the thumbnail so you can see like what a sparse application of glitter looks like. And then I really just put a whole bunch of glitter on that pinky nail so you can kind of see best of both worlds. So you kind of get to see icing in 3 different ways. And then that beautiful gingerbread color with the stamping is just everything, and it just sealed it in for me with this mani and just tied everything together. All right, so everything that we did use in today's mani can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed this sweet little treat here for a mani today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Bling Galleria, and we're going to do a simple but yet elegant mani because we're going to tie in this beautiful midnight shimmer color here, and then we're going to be playing with a really awesome foil glitter combination, which in my opinion, Santa's Coming to Town is definitely in my top favorites when it comes to a foil powder from Bling Galleria. So we're starting out strong here with Midnight. It is a beautiful, rich shimmer color here. You can see you get very awesome coverage with that first dip. We are also doing the gel method, and for today's gels we are using the Bling Galleria, and this is the base top coat that we're using right now, and it is also a HEMA free formula, which I love, and it does not have that strong chemical scent to it, which is another factor on why I really enjoy this gel base and top coat from Bling Galleria. So what we're doing now is we're just dipping into Midnights. We're going to be doing Midnights on every other finger that you can see here, or on every other nail. And I'm going to go ahead and cure for 30 seconds and dust off. Now when we go in for that second dip, this is really when you see this color just become the perfect midnight blue. It is everything. I really like how it still remains like this really awesome blue, and it's not too dark. It is like the perfect tone of blue, and wait till you see it paired with Santa's Coming to Town, which we're going to dive into in just a few moments, but you can really see that color payoff there. So I did the rest of the 2 dips off camera just to save some time, and now we're getting into this really just unique, beautiful foil dip powder. So I'm going to apply a very thin layer of gel base all over the nail, and then we're going to go into this cupcake liner and just pick up all this goodness. So you can see here we picked up not only foils, we picked up some really awesome glitters as well, from small glitters to larger piece glitters. And then we're going to go in with this precision tool from Bling Galleria, and I am just going to remove and save, if I can, try to get all those little foils back into that cupcake liner because I don't want to waste any of them. I am just making sure I'm cleaning up the sidewalls and the free edge and really moving away any large pieces of foil before I go ahead and press everything down. And these foils and glitters just melt into the nail. I really like the base of this as well because it has like this milkiness to it, which I just love so much, and it just really just makes those glitters and the foils just pop. And I really like how that larger piece of foil there is just shining through, and you can totally break away any large pieces after you cure or even before you cure. But I really like how everything organically laid on this nail. So now we're going in after we cured with another layer of gel base. You can see here that those foils are not bleeding or anything like that. Everything is staying true to color. We're dipping right into that cupcake liner. Now trust the process. Yes, we picked up tons of foils here, and you're probably like, how is this going to look good? But trust the process. It's going to look fantastic. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to clean up the sidewalls and just remove any larger pieces. I'm also going to break away some of those larger pieces here to just get some more of those glitters and that beautiful base color to just kind of shine through here. And I'm just really taking my time, just gently removing those foils. And now I'm going to go ahead and just press everything down, and pressing everything down is key because you're going to get those glitters to lay flat, and then those foils are just going to become flat. I'm going to dip in the cupcake liner again and keep doing what I'm doing here, just pressing everything down. So this method right here works great for me for foils. I just like to take my time and just get everything kind of where I want it before we go ahead and cure, but overall very easy to use. Foils can sometimes be super intimidating, especially if you tried foils in the past and then you had your foils bleed together and it kind of looked like a hot mess. That happened to me before when I first tried using foils, and then I never went back to it because I was like, I just spent all this time working on a mani, and then these foils just bled together and now it looks like I have like a hot mess or like a kindergartner's project on my nails. So then I just stayed away from them until I tried, I think it was called F Cancer, and it was an October breast cancer awareness powder from Bling Galleria, which is fantastically gorgeous. And it had pink foils in there, it had black foils in there, it had silver and gold, and none of those foils bled together, and it looked amazing. So that was like a game changer for me. So if you are in the market for foils or had a bad experience with foils, definitely give Bling Galleria a whirl when it comes to foils, because she has a great variety of foils over on her shop at Etsy, and they are to die for. They're great. I like how it has glitters in there too, so it's not just like the foils that you're concentrating on. You're gonna get a really awesome dimension when it comes to these foils, with from the glitter to just like the foils combined. It's just going to give you a really awesome, unique look. Now, I am just keeping the nails as they are when we're dipping into it, because I really like I said, how organically everything is placing on the nails. But feel free, you could add more glitter element to the nail, or you could even add more foil pieces. After you go ahead and cure, you can just hand place wherever you want on that nail. That's always another option. But I just think this is such a fun foil powder. And there's something about the glitter pieces in here too that are just like the perfect pops of color. Like that green glitter and that blue glitter and red are just like shining through, and it just screams holiday season to me. But don't let the name fool you on this powder. Even though it says Santa's Coming to Town, You could truly use this color any time of year. It's a really fun powder. All right, so this is what we're working with here, and now we're gonna file and buff. So filing and buffing, I'm gonna show you on 2 nails. So I'm really making sure I am getting that file completely under that press on. So if you are not comfortable filing and buffing on the stand, you could always take that nail off the stand as well and file and buff. But all I'm doing is focusing on that bottom, just cleaning it up and then reshaping ever so lightly. That is all I need to do because this gel base that we're using is super thin and we did very thin, even application. And then this dip powder is amazing quality as well. So everything is laying really, really flat. So then in the end result, I do not have to buff on the top of that nail. So same here with the foil. I am just going in underneath that nail here and just removing any extra dip powder or glitters that may be built up under there. And then we're just gonna slightly reshape ever so gently here, and we're not breaking into any of those foils or glitters or anything like that. And then I did the rest of the filing and buffing off camera, but super easy to do. This is how I love to do my press-ons in general. Minimal filing and buffing is key for me because that is like one of my least favorite things. Then the seal and the mani, we're doing a layer of gel base. Finished up the gel base on the rest of the nails, and now we're sealing it in with the Bling Galleria gel top coat, which is going to seal it in with the perfect shine, and we're going to cure for 60 seconds. And here's the finished mani. It's very simple, but yet we still have that touch of elegance here with that just beautiful foil glitter dip powder. And then there's something about this blue midnight, which is just everything. Like, this is like the perfect dark blue. It's like in between like navy and just like a cobalt blue combined. It is so beautiful, and it has like the perfect shimmer, and it pairs so well with this beautiful Santa's Coming to Town. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. If you have any questions or want to see some more foil dip powders in action, definitely let me know. I hope you enjoyed this simple mani. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's upload. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Madkin Beauty, and we're also going to be playing with some really adorable reindeer vinyl stickers. But before we get into these vinyl stickers and how I like to apply them to make sure that they are laying super flat and seamless to the nail, we're going to dive into these beautiful winter colors here from Madkin Beauty. Now these colors are everything, and I felt like they fit perfectly for our little reindeer mani today. We're also going to be doing the gel method, and I'm going to do 2 dips of each color. So let's dive into these beautiful colors and see them in action, and sit back and relax and enjoy some Christmas jams, because we only have a few more days to get these in here. And then I'm going to pop back in when it's time to go ahead and apply those vinyl stickers.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our
Now that we went ahead and sealed the nails with a layer of gel base and cured, we're going in with the vinyl stickers. So we're going to use Manicure nail transfer foil glue. And what this is, it's a gel product. And once you cure it, it's going to give the nail a very sticky, tacky layer, which is awesome when you are working with vinyl stickers, because vinyl stickers, they're not completely flat. So they have like a natural, almost like 2D effect to them. So the flatter you can get them, the better. So I'm just using these little tweezers here that have like a really pointy tip. That works best for me when I am moving these stickers and trying to peel them off. And then what I'm doing right now, I do not have that sticker completely flat yet because I am making sure I have these stickers exactly where I want them. And you can see here that I'm easily removing them with the tweezers because they're not completely pressed down. And this is awesome. And then once you get them exactly where you want them, you're going to go ahead and take any silicone tool. I'm just using the one that is conveniently on this little tweezer here. And I am just going to make sure I'm taking my time to make sure that these stickers are laying completely flat. So the more time you take to make them lay super flat, the better outcome it's going to be, because you do not want them to just start lifting up or anything like that. And I'm telling you right now, it is a game changer to use the vinyl stickers with the combination of that Manicure transfer foil glue. Now you could totally not use the transfer foil glue if you don't want to. You can just use the little bit of tacky layer that you get from your gel base that's cured, but it's even more sticky, and I feel like you get a really secure application with that extra barrier of the Manicure transfer foil glue. And I always do a layer of gel base first on the nails that I am going to use that Manicure transfer foil glue on, or any transfer glue in general, because sometimes the transfer foil glue can actually change the color of your dip powder if you do not have that protective barrier on that. So just always keep in mind to make sure you do your gel base first and cure that. So these little eyes are everything. They're dainty, they're adorable. They have like the perfect lashes. And now we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing. We're gonna finish this one off here with a red nose just to tie in that cherry blossom. But you can see here that it is really easy to apply these stickers here. It just takes a little bit of time just to get them exactly where you want them, and just to ensure they are laying super flat. But you can see nothing's sticking up and everything is laying very flat. So then to seal in these stickers, we're going to go ahead and do a layer of gel base here, and make sure you take your time to make sure you are capping those free edges and you're not missing any areas, and then cure for 30 seconds. And then to finish everything up, we're going to do a layer of gel top coat, and then we're going to go ahead and finish up the rest of the nails and cure for 60 seconds. But I'm telling you right now, these stickers were so easy to use. And then here's the finished mani. You can see I did another little reindeer here off camera, but this time I changed it up. I added a little bow and we changed the nose, and it's just so fun, so adorable, super cute. Not only is this great for the holiday seasons, but to me, reindeer are perfect for any time of year, especially in the winter time. This would also be a cute little twist for like Valentine's Day. But I love the reindeer, and I used to stay away from vinyl stickers because I could not get them to really completely lay flat. And then once I would go ahead and apply that gel base, they would start lifting, and then there would be areas where it wasn't flat and it just looked really wonky. But you can see here that everything is laying very flat to the nail, and you can't even tell that these are stickers. So it's super fun, a great way to add some nail art to your nails that honestly is kind of effortless. You just have to place it and rub the sticker on there and you are good to go. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this mani today. Everything that we did use can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in tomorrow's upload. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Luxie Nail, and we're also going to be using these really awesome decals from Nails Truly. When I saw these colors from Luxie, I knew we had to use that decal sheet. I just feel like the colors and then the decal just tie in so well together. So we're doing the gel method today, and we're going to start off with this beautiful color here. It is the most like perfect ivory linen color. It is called vintage linen, and the name speaks for itself. It is beautiful, and that is just one coat. So we are going to stay doing one coat on that nail only, because that's going to be the nail we're going to end up adding that decal to. And I wanted it more of like a vintage rustic kind of look when we put that decal over that nail. So now we're diving into this beautiful green. This green has an olive undertone, and it is everything. This color right here would be fantastic for an all over mani and then a matte finish. That is like what I'm envisioning with this beautiful green. It's definitely a must have. Now this collection right here, it is a Christmas farm inspired collection, and all the colors are perfect. Not only are they going to get you into that holiday spirit, but they're great colors for any time of the year, and they're super full coverage. So again, we are doing that gel method today. The gel method is pretty much my go-to in general. I really love the gel method. And I really missed using these Model 1 gels. So it's been a hot minute. If you've been watching my channel for a while, the Model 1's gel base and top coat were like the only thing I was using for the longest time. And then I switched to a different brand. And now I'm just like falling back in love with Model 1s. It's such a good gel. If you're in the market for gel, it's very inexpensive. You can get it from Amazon. It's an awesome, awesome gel, especially for press-ons because it's that thinner consistency. Plus the top coat has a really awesome shine. All right, so check out this coverage. Isn't that great? I love that green. It is like the perfect rustic green, and I just love that slight undertone to it of that olive goodness. All right, so we're getting into another color here. We're going to add a little bit of sparkle here to that pinky nail, and then we're going to be playing with a glitter. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's get into these beautiful colors, and then I'm going to pop back in just a little bit. Alright, so we're diving into this beautiful decal, and we're only going to use one on this nail because I really wanted just the colors to coincide with this decal. Now we're doing it over that vintage linen color, and I will say I really like how this turned out. So normally when you're working with decals, you want to do it on a very bright white background to really have those colors of that decal just shine through. But I really like how it has like this vintage rustic vibe with that beautiful linen color background. It just totally just tied it in for me completely, and I really like how this turned out. So now I have a lot of extra here on that nail with that decal, so I'm doing the same method, the flat brush with the acetone, and I'm just carefully removing any extra decal that may be hanging over the free edge of the sidewalls and just flattening everything down. Once everything is flattened down, I'm just going to press carefully and just make sure everything is laying completely flat. And then we're going to seal in this decal with a layer of gel base and cure for 30 seconds. If you're looking for a more in-depth tutorial on decals, I have plenty of other videos with like the full process. I do use decals quite a lot here on my channel. For 30 seconds, we're going to finish up the nails here with a layer of gel top coat and cure for 60 seconds. And I added the gel base to all the nails and the top coat. And here's the finished mani. I love these colors so much. It's a different take on holiday. I feel like you can definitely pull off any kind of mani for whatever season or whatever look you're going for with these powders. They're super pretty. They're great colors to add to your collection. The coverage that you get with the Luxie Nail dip powders are everything. I love them so much. And that glitter, it's so sparkly, but yet everything laid super flat with the gel method. And then we have that decal that just totally tied in all the colors for me for this rustic farmhouse mani that we did. And then we added a little bit of glitter on that other nail there just for an extra pop of sparkle. So I really like how this mani turned out. I will go ahead and link everything that we use in today's video in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be playing with some gel polishes that are HEMA 21 free. They're a very gentle formula from Sundara Nails, and we're going to do a little bit of nail art. Now this is going to be the color that we're using right now. It is called Bubble Bath. This is going to be our beautiful milky pink base to all the nails. This color, it is everything. It is like that perfect, Bubble Bath is like the perfect name for it, but it is the perfect milky pink. So I did one coat and cured for 30 seconds, and we're going to do a second coat today. And that second coat totally brings this nail to life. And it's just a really soft pink color. It's great for a background for nail art. So we're going to use a couple different things right now to create the ornament that we're going to be doing today. So the first gel polish color that we're using today, it is called Hippie Chick. It is a disco reflective glitter. It is really pretty, and I felt like it really complemented this beautiful milky pink. So I'm using a dotting tool, and the dotting tool is also from Sundara Nails, and I'm just slowly creating a circle here and making it wider as we go to create that ornament. And I'm just really taking my time. Now, if you don't want to use a dotting tool, you totally don't have to. You can use a nail art brush, but I find that it is easier for me personally to use a dotting tool. So now I'm going to flip it over here so I can really see where I'm going here, and I'm going to widen out this circle even a little bit more and then focus on making that base a little bit wider. But I cured it for 30 seconds. Now we're going to go in with another color here. And this is actually a no wipe top coat, but I'm using it for a different purpose here. This is a silver foil, and it has like little pieces of foil in here and pieces of glitter that I wanted to just enhance that ornament and kind of give it some more dimension. So I thought that adding this silver foil non-wipe top coat would be the perfect accent. So originally I was only going to add that glitter to like the base of the ball of the ornament, but then I was like, no, it's way too pretty. We're going to go ahead and just completely add more of these beautiful silver foils. And there's a couple bigger pieces in here, so I felt like using the nail art brush for this part was letting me pick up some of those bigger foil pieces. So that's what worked best. We're going to cure for a full 60 seconds here. And now we're moving on to Fluffy Clouds, which is the perfect stark white gel polish. It is everything. It is my favorite, and it's great for nail art. So I use the nail art brush first to go ahead and make that line, and I flash cured it for 5 seconds. And now I'm going in with the dotting tool to kind of create the ribbon effect of the ornament. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of smooth it out a little bit and just make it more of like almost kind of like a heart kind of shape, a little bit like a half a heart, and just round out those sides. And then I cured it for 30 seconds. And then I just tie in a little bit more white to this nail. I'm doing some little dots that kind of give it like a snow falling effect. And I'm using the smaller side of the dotting tool in the dotting tool set from Sundara Nails. And also those nail art brushes that I am using are also from Sundara Nails. These dotting tools are amazing. They're very sturdy. You can get a really good grip on those dotting tools. I love them so much. Now we're going to go ahead and seal this in with a layer of matte top coat. This is a gentle matte top coat. It's amazing. Cured for 60 seconds. Now that that nail is completely matte, I'm going to go in with a layer of the gentle top coat. And this is the regular top coat, so I'm really only going to focus on that ornament only, because I only want that ornament to be shiny and kind of have like that glossy finish. So I cured it, and this is what that nail looks like with the matte finish, but we have that ornament still glossy. So I went ahead and I did another ornament on another nail, but I wanted to show you this snow falling, no wipe top coat, and it is really fun. It has like little pieces, it looks like snow that is really falling from the sky. So what I'm going to do is I really wanted to focus on that snow itself. So I applied it to this makeup sponge here, and you saw that I tapped off that makeup sponge there on that little gel palette before I went in directly to the nail. And now I'm just dabbing on the makeup sponge here to the nail, and I'm going to do this on the pinky nail and the thumbnail to just really pick up those snow falling pieces. This is if you really want like more of a snow falling effect and you want to pick up more snow pieces, this is a great option to use the makeup sponge. But if you're looking for more of like a sparse snow effect, then just go ahead and apply it regularly, and you can always build it up with doing another coat of that gel top coat. I really wanted like a full snow flurry on this nail, so that's why I did the makeup sponge. So I cured for 60 seconds, and here's the finished mani. I did the rest off the camera because I really wanted to highlight on that ornament. You can see here I did another set of ornaments the exact same way on that middle nail there, but overall, such a fun, simple mani, such an easy way to kind of tie in the holiday spirit. You can use any color base. You don't necessarily have to use this pink. You can do it over dip powder, you can do it over nail polish, whatever your heart desires, but overall really fun and super simple to do. So I hope you enjoyed this really simple holiday nail art. Everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from 915 Aesthetics. We're going to be creating more of a neutral side of the holiday manis today by pulling in this beautiful nudie blush color. It is everything. It is called Paramore, and this color right here is just melting my whole heart. I love neutral colors, and I really like this one because it pulls in a little bit of pink, so it's like the perfect nudie blush color. And I figured it's going to be a great option to add to your collection no matter what time of year. This is a great color to add. It is also a solid, so it does not have any shimmer in it or anything like that. We're also going to be using another solid, and then we need to tie in a little bit of sparkle because this would not be a holiday mani without a little sparkle. And you're going to see Envy here in just a little bit, and it is the most gorgeous minty sparkle ever. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's dive into this mani here and see these beautiful colors here in action, and then I'll pop back in just a little bit.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, Whispers in my heart.
All right, now that we have that decal where we want it on the nail, I'm going to go ahead and use this flat brush and dip it into a little bit of acetone, and I'm just gently pressing down on this nail to get the decal to lay super flat. This also gets rid of any wrinkles or air bubbles that may be in that decal after application. Then I'm going to go ahead and seal in this decal with a layer of gel base, and then I'm going to cure for a full 30 seconds. And then after it is cured, we are going to go back in now with a layer of gel base, and now we're going to go ahead and add some glitter pieces to this nail. So see on the tree how it has those lines on it? I'm going to fill those lines in with that beautiful glitter that we just used to even add more sparkle to this nail. And I did not cure, so this base is non-cured. So this is what's going to give us that layer of stickiness so we can get these glitters to lay super flat to the nail. Now the reason why I went ahead and did a layer of gel base on the nail after we placed that decal and cured for 30 seconds instead of just going right in with the glitter is because I wanted to make sure that that decal was laying very flat and that it would not lift up or anything like that during this glitter placement, because I am taking a little bit of time here to make sure that I have this glitter exactly where I want it. And I'm also picking up each individual glitter. So that is going to take some time. So I did not want to risk having that tree pop up. So that is the reason why I went ahead and cured and then went in with another layer of gel base. And now I can take as much time as I want and really get this glitter lined up without worrying that that decal is going to start lifting. So I love this glitter so much. It was the perfect touch to this decal here. Also, this glitter is the perfect color with Paramore. There's just something about this neutral here. I love it so much, and it just really just gives it like a retro kind of Christmas feeling with this beautiful minty glitter. So now I wanted to add some of the smaller pieces of glitter only to this nail to kind of make it just extra blingy and just pull in as much sparkle as we could. It also looks like a glittery snowfall. Then I cured it, and after we cured it, we're going to finish up this mani here with a layer of gel top coat. I'm going to finish up the rest of the nails off camera. I cured for 60 seconds, and here's the finished mani. It's a very simple mani, but yet we still pulled in those pops of holiday colors with those retro mint and just that beautiful teal color. I really like how this turned out. We also have that little Christmas tree, which we bedazzled, which by the way was really fun to add glitters to a decal just to pull in as much sparkle as we could. But overall, it was a simple mani, but yet we still have that pop of holiday sparkle going on. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed this simple retro holiday mani, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Sundara Nails. We're going to do the gel method, and we're going to start off with Mary. Now you've seen Mary on my channel before. It is the best white ever. When I tell you if I could only have one white ever, this would be it. It is super full coverage, and not only is it super full coverage, fluffy, It's satiny, it's everything, but it also glows in the dark. So check out that coverage here. It's everything, and it glows in the dark blue, which I love. So the nails that we're doing white here, we're actually not putting a decal on today. We're going to do some like placement of some chunkier glitter pieces from another dip powder that we're going to be diving into. And then we're also going to be sprinkling some of that red and green glitter on here at the cuticle line. You're going to see it all come together. But to put it in perspective on how much I love this white, you can see here I'm curing it for 30 seconds and I only did one coat. That's all I did for this mani because it was that pure white. I have purchased a 1 ounce. I used it all, so now I'm going into my backup stash, which is a sample size, but I have another one on the way. I ordered one during Black Friday, so that is just a testament on how awesome that dip powder is. Okay, so now moving on. This is very magical. This is called Toy Duncan's Chest. It's amazing. Anything that you can think of Christmas season, holidays, this is it right here. It is everything sprinkled into one little jar. And even though this first dip doesn't look like much, I'm going to blow your mind because there are so many hidden gems in this dip powder. Now, originally, I was going to do something different with this mani on those white nails. I was actually going to use decals, but then when I was shimmying around that cupcake liner and seeing all the hidden gems come up, I was like, okay, we're going to change the plans here and we're going to do something else. So basically, there is tons of beautiful, larger, chunky glitter pieces. There's stars. There's like 3 different stars in here. There's a gingerbread cookie. There's I counted 4 different snowflake designs. There are these beautiful diamond pieces like you can see here. There's tinsel pieces. There's the most prettiest gold circular glitters, but they have like a little texture on them and they're very like dainty and elegant. And there's Mickeys that are red, white, and green. I mean, I can keep going. There's so many fun things in here. But what I did is we did 2 dips and now we're going to go ahead and really play with all the different shapes in here because I really wanted this nail to just come to life with everything that you could possibly find in Toy Duncan's Chest. So this is a theme. This dip powder you can get individually or you can get in the collection, but it was a theme inspired by the one and only Home Alone. So it's super awesome. There's also a little gingerbread cookie in here. So right now I'm just focusing on the smaller shapes. So we put a little Mickey on there. We're adding another star. We did a diamond. We're putting some tinsel pieces on here. But overall, such a fun, just truly fun, nostalgic dip powder that if you are looking for like a holiday dip, this is going to be it because you can pull in so many different elements and make it a different mani anytime, depending if you want to focus just on the Mickeys alone or want to focus on snowflakes. There's totally different things you can pull and remove when you're dipping because basically when it comes to these larger ones, you can hand place them and put them wherever you want. So what I did is after I had the glitter pieces where I want them, I flash cured for 10 seconds. Now I'm just pressing everything down. After I flash cured it, if you are flash curing and pressing down, make sure you have a finger cot or you're using a glove. You never want to touch anything even though you flash cured it. And then after I cured it again for 30 seconds, I'm doing another layer of gel base, and I'm really going to make sure I am taking my time to get into all the nooks and crannies here just to make sure everything is completely covered because everything is just going to lay super flat and become one with the nail. And then I went ahead and cured it for 30 seconds. So now we're moving on to the other dip powders here. We're going to dive into the rest of the colors here. I'm going to take a break. If you couldn't tell, I am just getting over a little cold, so I'm a little congested. Also, you're probably wondering, you probably saw a notification of another video that dropped today. So this is actually a bonus video. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's get into these colors and then I'm gonna pop back in just a few moments. right, now that we're done filing and buffing, we're going to do a layer of gel base on all the nails, and we are going to cure for 30 seconds, and we're going to cure as we go, but we're also going to add some stuff to the nails before we cure. So this nail right here, Picnic Time, it needed a little pop of red, so we're going to add this little Mickey face right here. I love this so much. There's just something about this green with that little brightness of red that is like perfect. So if you are looking for something really simple, but you want to pull in either a Christmas element or even a Disney element in this case, you could totally just do one nail, one color, and then just place that tiny little Mickey anywhere. So while that's curing, we're moving on. So we did the gel base on this nail. Now I'm just tapping on this beautiful green here, and I'm really focusing on the tip of that nail. Now, Picnic Time, this green right here, not only is it great for the holiday season, but this is great transition for spring. It's even the perfect brightness for summer or spring break or like a tropical vacation paired with pink. It's just a great color, and the glitter is super fine. So you're probably like, okay, you already filed and buff. Why are you adding more product to the nail? So I like to add, or I should say, I like to file and buff before I go ahead and add like any chunkier glitter pieces. What I mean by chunky, like the shape glitters. If I'm hand placing those, trying to make a design, I like to get all the filing and buffing completely done. So this glitter was super fine. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna file and buff, and then since it's so fine, everything is just gonna lay super flat, and it did work perfectly. But now I have a little bit of glitter on places that I do not want. So I'm taking the angled side of that orange wood stick and I'm just scraping it off. But if you are not totally comfortable with the glitter that you're using, or if you feel like it's a little bit more chunky, I definitely would wait. I would do the ombre first, then seal it up, and then file and buff. But this is the way it works best for me when I'm working with finer glitter. So if you're working with like a chunky glitter mix, this method probably wouldn't work. You're going to want to go ahead and place it on the nail and then do your filing and buffing. All right, so we're adding a little Mickey to this nail right here. It's like the perfect size on the pinky nail, and the white one was definitely the way to go. So now, since we cured everything and these glitters are laying very flat, we're gonna add the most beautiful snowflake glitter pieces I have ever seen. Now, like I said, that glitter that we used on the middle nail, Duncan's Toy Chest, it is filled with so many surprises and hidden gems. Like, I had no idea that these snowflakes were in here until I was like really kind of like shimmying that cupcake liner, and I saw these and I was like, oh my gosh, we're totally changing up this mani here, and we need to use these gorgeous snowflakes. Overall, it is just such a fun powder to have to your collection. Like I said, you can do so many different elements, and it is Toy Duncan's Chest. Just, I said it wrong. But now we're going to add some of these little glitter pieces. They are like the perfect gold circles. They have a faint texture to them, so it just adds like another really simple element to the mani. And now I cannot get over these snowflakes. If you couldn't tell already, I'm pretty fascinated by this whole mani in general. So these snowflakes, they look a little intimidating, but they are laying really flat. If you have one that you feel like you can't get super flat on the nail, you could always go ahead and bend it up a little bit. You can take an orange wood stick and kind of just bend it up, and then that will also help make it lay super flat to the nail. So now that we cured everything after we applied that gel base, we're going to seal in this mani with a final step. We are applying the gel top coat. So the gel top coat that we're using today is also from Sundara Nails. It is a gentle formula. It is HEMA 21 free. So we're applying that to all the nails, and I'm going to cure for a full 60 seconds. And I'm also going to finish the rest of the nails off camera, but here's the finished mani. I love it so much. It's screaming holiday season to me. This actually might be my favorite one that I have done yet, and I've done quite a few already for the holiday season, but there's just something about it. I think it's because we took one powder and then we utilized a lot of the different elements from that powder to create kind of like a whole mani around it, and I just really love it. It was simple, but yet we turned it into something very extravagant and beautiful, and I just love the little Mickeys, from the snowflakes to the stars to the tinsel pieces. Everything just came together, and just overall a really fun mani. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed this mani. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Nellie Belles, and we're also going to be playing with that adorable pink cookie nail wrap, which is also from Nellie Belles, which I just think is so adorable. And when I saw that nail wrap, I knew I had to use Pinky Promise and Bobby together to create the ultimate pink cookie mani. Also, everything that you're seeing here from Pinky Promise to Bobby and then that nail wrap is also part of this week's Belles bundle, which is super exciting. Each week there is a different Belles bundle that Nellie Belles has to offer, and this is one that I created. So each week a different ambassador with Nellie Belles creates a bundle, and this one is mine, so you can get it at a discounted rate right now until the end of the week, which is awesome. So you can get these sample sizes and that nail wrap for under $8. So that's 2 dips and that nail wrap for under $8. Plus you can use my discount code as well, which will stack on top of that already discounted price, which is amazing. But Pinky Promise right here, I love it so much. I just feel like it's the perfect pink cookie vibe that we were going with those nail wraps. It's gonna coordinate it so well. It's a very soft pink, but yet it's just like the perfect pop of pinkness and the undertone that I was going for. Also, these colors right here would be great for the upcoming Valentine's Day season as well. So we're doing a little bit of color blocking, nothing too crazy, just enough to separate the two colors. And then I really wanted to add the nail wrap kind of like on a diagonal on this nail as well to just tie everything together. Also, Pinky Promise, look at that with that second coat. It is everything. It's just like that perfect light pink, and it also has a very slight shimmer to it, which I love so much. So I went ahead and skipped over that ring finger. I only wanted to do one dip on that ring finger because that's the other nail that we're going to be applying the full nail wrap to. When I'm doing nail wraps or decals, I still like to have a good foundation for my decal to adhere to. So I always do one dip, and I find that's what works best for me. Now, if you want to build up structure, you definitely can go ahead and do another coat of that dip powder on your decal nail, especially if you are not dipping over a jelly tip and you are dipping directly onto your natural nails. You might want that extra layer of barrier for that strength. So that is another option. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's get into this mani here, and then I'm gonna pop back in when we start playing with that really fun cookie nail wrap.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December is, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December is, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh. There's something that happens when something that happens when December ends, when December ends, yeah. Oh, it's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. It's Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. Merry Christmas, baby.
All right, we're just wrapping up the gel base here, and I am curing as we go, and this is just sealing in all those dip powders after filing and buffing. After curing, it's also going to give the nails a little bit of a sticky, tacky layer, which is really going to help with the application of these really fun nail wraps. Now, this nail wrap, it is everything. I think it's so cute. The whole twist on the pink holiday cookies. It is everything, and I just feel like Pinky Promise and Bobby were the best coordinating colors to really just tie in this nail wrap. So what I did is I placed that nail wrap in room temperature water for about 5 to 10 seconds. That's as long as you want to leave these ones in the water for. And then since there is a lot of extra hanging off, I decided I was going to go in with some scissors and just trim that extra. Now make sure you are not trimming away too much, because you will not be able to get that back, and then you will have a bare spot. Now, once I'm satisfied, I'm going in with the normal method here with this flat brush with a little bit of the onyx acetone, and I'm just carefully removing all that extra nail wrap that may be hanging over that edge and just having it become one with the nail. Also, these are printed on a white background, so when you are touching the nail wrap, you might notice you might have some white residue on your hand or on your little flat brush here. That is completely normal. It's just printed over white, which in the end result gives you a more vibrant image, which that is probably one of the number one reasons why I'm completely obsessed with these nail wraps, because they are such rich and vibrant in color, and it almost looks like you have real cookies here on your nail. I just love it so much. Then to seal it in, we're going to do another layer of gel base. Make sure you cap that free edge, and while that's curing for 30 seconds, we're going to do the other nail wrap here. So nail wraps are really fun. You don't necessarily have to do a full coverage nail wrap. You can do different designs with it and cut it to the shape that you desire. So this one, we're just doing a slight angle here, and I'm getting it as close to that color blocking of that Bobby that we did. And then again, I'm going to go in with the scissors. Now, I will say a manicure scissors is definitely a way better option. I could not find mine at the moment. I don't know where they are, but that is definitely a better option when you are cutting any nail art, especially something that is so dainty. That would be a better option. But anyways, so now to go back in, we're going to do the same step here. We're going to use that flat brush with a little bit of acetone and just kind of press everything down and remove any extra. Also, you will notice here in just a second, I had a lot of extra on the tip. And instead of just going in over and over again with that acetone, I decided to go in with a little bit of a cuticle nipper. This cuticle nipper is one that I designate just for nail art only, and I am just trimming away that extra just because I've been sitting there for a while, really kind of getting that off the nail if I did not clip it. I mean, each way works just the same, but to save time, I decided just to go ahead and clip that here. But I love that nail wrap here paired with those two colors. And then again, to seal it in, we're going to do another layer of gel base. Make sure you cap that free edge and cure for a full 30 seconds. And then while that is curing, we're going to finish up now with a layer of gel top coat. And this is really when you're going to see the shine come to life, and these cookies are going to even look even more delicious. So I'm going to finish up the rest of the top coat off camera and cure for 60 seconds. And here's the finished mani. It's a very simple mani, but yet we still have that holiday spirit. But instead of your your normal traditional colors, we went with some non-traditional colors, and I'm all about this combination of the browns and pinks, and then we can't forget the adorable cookies that I keep going on and on about, but super fun. If you are interested in this combination, remember it is on sale this week over at Nellie Belles. You can get this whole bundle at a discounted price, which is super awesome. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed this yummy holiday mani, and I will see you all in the next one. everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Valkyrie Dips. We're going to be playing with this beautiful foil. We played with it once before, but we're going to incorporate today with some traditional holiday colors, and then we're going to change it up today. We're going to do some hand painting with a little bit of black gel polish today, some leopard print spots on all of the nails. So it's just going to be overall a fun mani, plus you get to see a foil dip powder, which my opinion is really pretty. I really like this. You can see with that first dip, it has like this beautiful milky white base to it, and then these foils are really pretty. There's all different colors of gold. There's a rose gold, there's a white gold, there's a pure gold, there's a bronze, there's also like this little bit of hidden red in here. It's overall a great foil dip powder, and it also does not bleed, so the foils are definitely on the higher quality side. Sometimes when you're working with foils, especially with the gel method, you will get really bad bleeding when it comes to any of that product, the liquids touching those foils. The colors will simply start washing off those foils. These are amazing. They are the true color foils through and through. So I did not experience any bleeding or any of the foils turning to like that muddy, mucky color or anything like that. These foils are so gorgeous and they just apply beautifully. Right now I'm just removing a little bit of a bigger piece of foil that was kind of hanging over that cuticle line area. And now I'm just gently pressing everything down, making sure everything is super flat before we go ahead and cure. And once everything's flat, we're gonna go ahead and cure for a full 30 seconds. After we go ahead and cure, I'm gonna spend some time making sure I am brushing this off completely. And I kind of wanna break away some of those larger pieces of foil with that first dip only. You can use your regular dust brush. You could also use a stiffer nail brush as well if you really wanna go ahead and separate some of those larger ones. A stiffer brush is a little bit easier. But with that second coat here, you can see that there's no bleeding or anything like that. And we're gonna pick up even more foils, and you're probably like, whoa, that's a little intimidating, or that looks like a hot mess, but everything is just gonna come together. Everything is just gonna lay super flat and become one with the nail. Foils are very fun to work with. They look a little intimidating, but they're really fun, and they're just a fun way to add an accent nail. If you want to do just like one nail, you could do a whole foil mani. Options are endless, but this color right here is really pretty, and I really like the different tones of gold and bronze. It just gives the nail a really unique effect. And anytime that you're dipping into a foil dip powder, you're never going to get the same mani just based on how the foils are laying. It's a very organic process and overall really fun. So it's like kind of like the dip powder that keeps on giving, because anytime you use it, you're going to get a different outcome and a different look. So that's really fun. So this nail, you can see here, it has a little bit more of those darker colors showing through and a little pop of red. Love it so much. But this nail right here, I really liked how everything was laying and the coverage. So I'm going to end up, after curing, keeping that nail how it is. But that other nail, we're just going to hand place just a few foils to kind of just tie in the nail completely. Totally optional. You do not have to hand place any more additional foils if you really like how organically everything is laying. I just wanted to add just a few more pops here of those beautiful gold colors and just kind of get some more on the tip of the nail there. And that's all the placement that we're doing on the foil nails that we already did. We are going to come back in a little bit and play with these foils again to put some foils on the other colors that we're using today. I am just trying to break apart that little piece there. But overall, I really love the placement of all the foils and the pops of color that we picked up. I just think it gives the nail a lot of different dimension and just really fun. It's just a fun little way to incorporate some nail art that's kind of effortless, in my opinion, and just a really fun way to enhance your mani. Now we're diving into some solid colors here, which are great traditional holiday colors. If you are still looking for the perfect holiday colors, these are going to be them right here. You can see here the coverage is amazing, and it's not like that really stark bright green. It's like a mixture of brightness, and it has like a little bit of a darker side to it. It's overall a really awesome green. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's dive into these beautiful colors and listen to some holiday music, and then I'm going to pop back in just a few moments.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine.
We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I'm making plans for what we're gonna do. I feel so blessed that I can be with you. 'Cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna hold you close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. Love and so beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. With you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.
Alright, so now we're going to get into doing the leopard print here. We're taking some gel polish. This is just black gel polish. It is a HEMA 21 free formula, so if you do suffer from a gel allergy or sensitive to gels, this might be a good option for you. I do have it linked in that description box below. I'm taking a dotting tool and I'm just making some irregular shaped circles here, and then I'm doing a little bit of squiggles and a half C on some of them, like around those dots, just to kind of pull in that leopard print effect. And we're going to end up doing the leopard print on all of the nails. Now, how gorgeous is this foil nail? The foil and then that sizzle red color, it is everything. It is so pretty. That red right there is like the perfect bright red. And we're just going to go ahead and just keep doing the leopard print on all the nails. I am going to make the leopard print just a little bit smaller on that pinky nail here. I also am curing as we go, just to make sure that that gel polish isn't pooling up or spreading anywhere. But here's the rest of the leopard print. I love it so much. I ended up doing the filing and buffing off camera. All I did was clean up the sidewalls, the free edge, and just reshaped just a little bit. And then to seal and everything, we're just doing a layer of gel top coat. I cured for 60 seconds. And here's the finished mani. I feel like that top coat totally sealed in the deal for me. You can really see all that color come through. You can see all the details of the beautiful foils. And then the fun leopard print nail art. I just love it so much. Now, this is not your normal like holiday traditional mani, but yet it's so fun. And if you are not like ready to rock a full Christmas or holiday set, this is a great option because you have like your colors, but yet you still have some beautiful golds in there with those foils. And then you have like the spicier side of the holidays with the leopard print. But overall, I just love how this turned out, and I had so much fun creating it with the dip powders from Valkyrie Dips, and then those animal prints were easier than I thought. So definitely recommend doing some leopard print. It's super fun to do. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Everything that we did use can be found in that description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping in a dip powder from Nails Truly and playing with a really fun Christmas decal sheet. It is these really fun Christmas lights. Also, the dip powder that we're using today glows in the dark. This color right here, it is everything. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm completely obsessed with decals, and that dip powder that was in my sub bag, the Mallory sub bag that was a Disney theme. This is almost comparable, but yet it's even more beautiful. It is super full coverage, and guess what? It glows in the dark. So this color right here, it is called Glow Up. It is so full coverage. The glow is unreal. So wait till you see the finished mani with the nails completely covered with this beautiful color. Also adding those really fun elements of those decals that are Christmas lights. It's kind of like you have a mani that is decked out with Christmas lights and it's glowing in the dark. So you have best of both worlds. Not only do you have a super, super festive mani, but yet it glows in the dark. So overall, so fun. So we're doing the gel method today. And as you probably already noticed, check out the coverage of this dip powder. It is everything. It's super full coverage. Nails Truly Co. has amazing dip powders. If you didn't know, not only do they have amazing high quality decals, but they also have amazing high quality full coverage dip powders. They're very finely milled. They're super buttery, very, very velvety in my opinion. And I just love the full coverage. So if you are just looking for like a base and you still want that glow in the dark, you could easily get away with one coat and then go ahead and do some nail art over this or decals. So you could totally leave this mani as is, but I wanted to test this powder out and do another coat. So we're going to go right in and do a second coat of this beautiful color here. And it's even better with another coat. Like just when you thought things couldn't get any better, but it just brings more in that pearl finish. And you can really see the difference here, the 2 dips versus 1. The color is definitely more vibrant and that shimmer is unreal. So I finished the rest of the dips off camera. Now we're gonna go ahead and file and buff. Filing and buffing is gonna be the same since I did a very thin layer of gel base and these dip powders are super finely milled. Everything is laying really flat. So I'm just cleaning up the sidewalls here and just reshaping ever so slightly, but that's all I needed to do with the filing and buffing, and I did the rest of the filing and buffing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal in this dip powder with a layer of gel base. We're going to cure for 30 seconds and we're going to apply a layer of gel base on all the nails, and I am curing as we go. Also, if you are looking for nail lamp suggestions, I do have 2 that I highly recommend in that description box below. I would say I definitely use my UV lamps pretty hard. I do about 2 to 3 manis a day, kind of put it in perspective on how much I use my UV lamp, and I use the gel method almost 90% of the time. So just throwing it out there that I am pretty rough on my lamps, and the 2 that I have listed below are definitely my ride or die UV lamps. Now after we cured, we're going to get into these really fun Christmas decals. They are everything. I really love the whole like Christmas light thing, plus the mani's going to glow in the dark. So I'm kind of living for this moment right here. It's just overall really fun. It's something different than like your traditional kind of Christmas mani or holiday mani. I just think there's just something really cute about Christmas lights. So we're going to do a tree on one of the nails. So now that we have that tree decal on there, I'm taking this flat brush, which I use for decals all the time. I love this brush so much, and I'm using just a little bit of acetone to ever so lightly clean up the decal that's hanging over the free edge, and then I'm also flattening down any wrinkles or lines. Also, I'm using room temperature water. If you are using decals, always use room temperature water, and I place the decal in there for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then that backing paper easily comes off. I really like to use a jelly stamper because I feel like I can really see where I'm putting it. But another good reason why I like to do my gel base before I go ahead and apply decals to it, and again, that gel base is cured, is because it gives that nail a little bit of a tacky surface, and then it helps give you a little bit more wiggle room because a nail wrap or a decal is pretty fragile material. So if you are tugging on it or pulling on it and it's really stuck down there, you're gonna actually tear it. So I feel like with the gel base that's cured, you get a little bit of wiggle room so you can kind of move that nail wrap around or decal and get it to where you really want it, and then just go in with your flat brush and then just flatten out any lines or wrinkles. If you have any decal hanging over that free edge, you can go ahead and then just carefully go ahead and clean that up with the flat brush. But overall, this is like the best way for me personally to apply decals. It works great. You can never really even tell that it's a decal unless like I'm telling you it's a decal. Like that's how flat it's laying to the nail. So this method just works great. Also for acetone, I mentioned it before. Make sure you are using 100% pure acetone, staying away from any acetone that has any extra minerals or vitamins or strengtheners in it, because that is not going to go well with the decals. It's a little bit more harsher, I feel like, and I cannot manipulate the decal as well as I can using the Onyx 100% acetone. I feel like the Onyx brand is amazing for decals. It's also a little bit more forgiving. So when you are taking that flat brush directly on the top of that decal, it's not eating away that decal right away. You have some time to actually go ahead and really smooth out the lines without destroying your decal sheet. So that's why I really love the Onyx brand, and I do have that listed in the description box below if you are interested in getting an acetone or any of the items that we are using today, including these super cute decal sheets. But I'm just now angling these lights. I thought it'd be really cute to kind of just angle some lights, kind of like we're stringing them up here on the nail. And I'm going to go ahead and add another row to this as well. But I just had so much fun. You can do so many different things with this decal sheet. You can cut them to any size you want, even though like the strings are really long. You can go ahead and cut individual bulbs and place them on like a hand-drawn Christmas tree for some nail art. You can really manipulate and cut these and create a mani that's gonna fit any style of holiday mani. That's something that I really like about Nails Truly decals, is that you can totally trim them and customize them to make the mani really just be yours and just come to life. And overall, there's such a great variety, especially for Christmas. So stay tuned. Next week, we're really going to start ramping up some really fun holiday decals from Nails Truly. So here's what the mani looks like with all the decals on. And then to seal everything in, I do like to do a layer of gel base on all the nails and cure for a full 30 seconds. Make sure you're capping that free edge as well. I went ahead and did the gel base on the rest of the nails. Now we're finishing up with a layer of gel top coat, and I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. Did the rest of the nails, and here's the finished mani. I love this mani so much. It's just, there's just something about the Christmas lights that are just lighting up my whole heart right now. It's just a little bit different than like your normal Christmas manis, and I'm totally here for it. Especially, I'm going to say it again, because it glows in the dark, and it's just, I think, just a fun little twist on those Christmas lights and not like your traditional Christmas mani. So overall, so fun. Everything's laying really flat. That dip powder, it is everything. So definitely make sure you add that dip powder. It is called Glow Up on your next Nails Truly order. I also have a discount below if you're ever looking to save as well. But I hope you enjoyed this mani and seeing some decals being applied in action. And I hope this inspires you to try some decals. Again, if you are newer to decals, you can always try on a swatch stick as well before you go in and directly do it on your finished mani. So just a little tip, if you are looking to practice, definitely try on swatch sticks. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into some new colors from Kozmik Nails. We're going to be creating a fuzzy holiday mani. Yes, you heard it right, a fuzzy holiday mani. But before we get into the fuzzier side of things, we're going to start off with the accent nail. I always like to do my accent nail first when it comes to like any nail art or decals when I'm using a white, because I want to make sure that I'm keeping my whites as pure as possible. This is Spectre. It's a pure white from Kozmik Nails. It also glows in the dark blue. I only did one coat. It's very full coverage. All right, so now to get into the fuzzy side of this mani. So you're probably like, a fuzzy nail? Yes, we are using dip powders that have like the, look at that. It's like so undescribable. It is actual like a snow drift. Like the name is perfect for this dip powder. It is snowy, it is fluffy, it is fuzzy, it is everything. So that's what it looks like with one dip. I am using the gel method today, and I'm just going to gently press everything down. And pressing everything down is totally optional. If you want like the full fuzz effect, I definitely recommend not pressing anything down, just like going with it, because that's going to give you like a really awesome, even like more extreme fuzzier effect. So we're going to use the white on 2 nails, and we're going to end up doing 2 dips. So fuzzy dip powders, I've never seen anything like it before. If you have, let me know in that comment section below. I would love to know. But this is very unique. It's so appropriate for the holidays. I feel like it screams snowy. This would also be really cute, like doing a Santa hat and then color blocking the white part out to make it look fuzzy. I mean, options and like ideas are running rapid right now in my mind. All right, so we are doing the second dip here, and you can see I'm going directly on with that gel base. I'm doing thin layers like I normally do. I'm not doing anything different. When it comes to the gel method, I am dipping into that cupcake liner, and you can see it's even more fuzzier with that second dip. It is just everything. It's pretty much bringing me joy at this point, because dipping into this dip powder as well, it's a game changer. It's an experience on its own. So if you know, when you're dipping into a powder and it's very like finely milled and it feels like you're dipping into velvet, a fluffy cloud, that is what it feels like. So if you're not making press-ons and you are dipping into this powder, take that like soft cashmere velvet effect, take that, times it by 100, because it's even softer and like fluffier with this fuzzy dip powder. It's like a whole experience on its own, but super fun, very unique. So there's probably a couple questions that are running through your head. You can use dip liquids if you want, but the only thing I would not activate at all. Just so keep that in mind, because once you activate, you are basically going to compress all that fuzz down and it's not going to be fuzzy anymore. So you can use dip liquids. Once you are done with your mani, can you wash your hands and get them wet? Yes, you can still wash your hands, do dishes, and shower. You will still have fuzzy nails once your hand and your nails dry. So super awesome, right? So I was very intrigued by this. I've been playing with it, kind of testing it out. It's still fuzzy. I used cuticle oil as well, and everything was still fuzzy. All right, so the second color here, this green, this is where I feel like you can really see the fuzzy payoff in this beautiful Christmas evergreen green. It is everything. It's even more fuzzier in my opinion with this color, because you can see it has more of a darker color, so you're going to see more of that fuzz effect. But overall, it is so fun, and you can see here in the cupcake liner how just like different it looks than your normal standard dip powder. But I am completely obsessed with these fuzzy dip powders. I really want a red just to kind of like tie in the whole Christmas thing. But we're going to add red to this with a really awesome decal sheet as well from Kozmik Nails. All right, so we went ahead, cured for 30 seconds. I'm dusting off. Now we're going to go in with the gel base again, and then we're going to do another dip. But overall, so fun. And again, if you are not making press-ons and you are physically like dipping into that cupcake liner, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to bring you some joy, because it is a whole another different experience. Okay, the second dip really just brings this to life. It's just giving me a whole bunch of like warm and fuzzy feelings, which is very appropriate for this dip powder. But I'm just gently pressing everything down, kind of getting everything to where I want it. Again, pressing down is totally optional, because you are going to get a more fuzzier effect if you are not pressing down. But overall, so fun. I'm noticing that I'm not getting any like transfer or anything like that on my gel brush. If you end up getting anything on your liquid, your dip liquids or your gel brush, just make sure you are wiping that off thoroughly before you stick it back into that bottle, so you're not contaminating it with like any little fuzzes or anything like that. But I did not notice any contamination on my brush or anything like that when I was going in with the second dip, which I was really surprised by. So just keep that in mind. If you do notice that, just wipe it off before you go ahead and stick it back in the bottle. But overall, just super fun and unique, and something very different. But I feel like fuzzy nails are really appropriate right now for that cool month and for the holiday season. I just feel like it's overall so cute. Okay, so we are completely done with the fuzzy nails. Since I used the gel method, that's all I'm doing. I just used the gel base. We're going to file and buff, and that is it. I want to keep them completely fuzzy, so I am not going to put any top coat on these nails. Since we cured and everything with the dip powder, for 30 seconds with that gel base, everything's cured, it's good to go. You can just go about your day with your mani and have some fuzzy nails. All right, so this nail right here, this is going to be our decal nail. We're going to go ahead and do a water nail wrap or decal on this nail. And what I'm doing right now is I applied a layer of gel base on that accent nail, cured it for 30 seconds. That's giving this nail a little bit of a sticky, tacky surface to it, which is really going to help this decal lay flat to the nail. It's going to give it a little bit more of a tacky surface, so everything's going to lay really, really nice. Now, I'm obsessed with this nail wrap right here. It has like this red radiant ombre effect to it, and it has the most like gorgeous shadowing under the snowflakes that really tie everything together. And I really wanted to pull in some red for today's mani just because I felt like we had that really gorgeous white with snowdrift and then that beautiful green. I was dying to throw in just a little pop of red, and I figured that this little snowflake decal would be perfect for that. So now to clean up the sidewalls and all that extra nail wrap that is hanging off, I'm taking a flat brush here that has acetone on it. I find that acetone without like any vitamins or minerals is the best. I really like the Onyx brand. I've tried a lot of different acetones. I feel like the Onyx brand is a little bit more forgiving when it comes to removing like the extra decal or nail wrap that's hanging over. That's the best one. Plus, I can go ahead and take that flat brush and dab directly on top of that nail wrap to get any like lines or wrinkles off without totally like disintegrating and wrecking the nail wrap. So that is why I really like the Onyx brand. I will link that in the description box below. It is the white one, not the blue Onyx, because that blue has like some moisturizer in it. So just stay away from that when you are working with any nail wraps or decals. But that is what it looks like. I'm going to clean off that brush here, but overall, super easy to use. Then to seal this in right away, I'm going to go ahead and do a layer of gel base and cure for 30 seconds. Also, if you notice that your decal is still a little bit wet, let that dry for a few moments before you go in with your gel base. So just keep that in mind. Just let it dry a little bit, then go in with your gel base. And we're going to go ahead and make sure everything's capped on that free edge. So this is what it looks like glossy. So we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to do a matte top coat. But before we get into the matte top coat, if you've ever noticed after you just go in with a base and a matte top coat that your matte has lines or it looks really streaky or uneven, this is a trick. You go ahead and apply your gel regular top coat, cure it for 60 seconds. Then after it's cured, go ahead and apply your matte gel top coat and then cure for 60 seconds. And that is going to give you the most flawless matte finish ever. So this is what it looks like when it's matte. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Plus, with it being matte, it has like almost like a 3D effect to it because that the shading underneath those snowflakes just give it like a 3D effect. All right, so here's the finished mani. I love it so much. You can see that these nails are super fuzzy and I'm pretty obsessed with it. I love the concept. I think it's so much fun for the holiday seasons. It's going to be a conversation starter. I think it's genius. Such a fun idea. Plus, you can still go about your day. And if you are doing the gel method, just remember, do not put a top coat on it. And if you're doing dip liquids, do not put your dip liquid top coat on it and do not activate it. That is what is going to keep this super fuzzy. Also, if you have any gel allergies or anything like that, everything that I use for the gel today is HEMA free. And then the Sundara products that I use for the top coat and that matte top coat, that is HEMA 21 free as well. So keep that in mind. If you are looking for some gels to do the gel method, that is a great option for you. And also Kozmik Nails has a HEMA free gel. It's a gel base and top coat in one. So you got a couple options there to dabble into some fun gel products. But overall, this concept of fuzzy nails is amazing and I'm living for it at the moment. Super fun. Love how it turned out. Very easy to use and overall just super fun. So I really hope you enjoyed the fuzzier side of things today, and everything that we use in today's mani can be found in that description box below. And if you are having trouble finding the description box below, just click on that little arrow and it will drop everything down and you should be able to see everything that we use in today's video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Bling Galleria. We're going to get into the holiday spirit today. We are going to be creating a set of gingerbread nails, and I'm so excited. It's a very nostalgic thing, if in my opinion, like the classic gingerbread house or making a little gingerbread cookie and then decorating it. But overall, I really wanted to tie in some kind of gingerbread theme for the holiday series that we're in right now. So we're starting off with the gel method today, and we're going in with cinnamon, which cinnamon to me is the perfect gingerbread cookie color. It is just what this mani needed, and we're also going to add some other elements to this color as well to just really turn it into that fun gingerbread cookie theme that we're going with. We're also going to get into a few glitters here for the rest of the nails, from candy apples to golden rubies, to just tie in this gingerbread mani together. But before we get into those glitters, we're going to finish up with the second dip here of cinnamon, and this is really when you're going to see this color even become more to life. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, it does. It's even more beautiful with a second dip. All right, so let's get into the holiday spirit with a little bit of holiday music here while we see these beautiful colors here in action, and then I'm gonna pop back in just a few moments.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day.
Alright, so I finished the rest of the filing and buffing off camera. Here's what it looks like before we add any other elements to this mani. I love it both ways. So what we're doing now is I'm applying a layer of gel base to all the nails. I am going to cure as we go, and I'm curing for a full 30 seconds. I also like to start with the solid or shimmer nail first before I go into any of like the actual glitters when I'm using my gel base, just in case I get any of these glitters on the brush. I don't want to risk getting it onto like those solid shimmer colors. Just to keep everything pure, I like to start with those colors first. Also, if you do get glitters on your brush, just simply wipe them off with a paper towel. Now while that's all curing, the fun part. So we're going to use some glitter pieces from some other colors from Bling Galleria. We're going to be using the green, and then Berry Mojito, we are going to use the red, and then we're also going to use another glitter right here, Luxurious, and we're going to focus on the whites. So that overall, all these glitters that we're working with are so fun, but I really liked pulling them in and using them to create some fun nail art. All right, so now I did a layer of gel base on this nail again, and I did not cure it. That's going to give us this layer here so we can really go ahead and place these glitters, and the glitters are just going to sit nicely onto that gel base that's not cured. You can also do this with your dip liquids as well, but if you are using dip liquids, you might have to go back in and keep re-applying your dip liquids if they do dry. All right, so originally this is what we were going to go for. I was going to do like little buttons kind of like going down, but then I didn't like how that looked. So since it wasn't cured, I was like, you know what, we're going to change this up and just go completely all the way around the nail here, alternating between the green, the red, and the white glitters. Overall, it was really fun to use. I am using this precision tool right now, which is also from Bling Galleria, and I am using that wax tip here, which really helps get these glitters onto the nail. I like using the wax tip for any like larger glitter pieces, but if I was doing any like tiny, smaller glitters, you could always use that precision tip as well. So it's definitely a multi-purpose tool, from cleaning the sidewalls to your cuticle line, and you can also use it for nail art, which I really like this precision tool. It's definitely one of the higher quality ones that I own. It's also not super pointy, so if you are using that precision tool in that cuticle line, it's not going to cause any pain or discomfort because it's not super sharp. I really like that about this. If you are in the market for a precision tool, this is definitely one to add to your next order for Bling Galleria because it's a really nice quality one. All right, so now that we have those glitters exactly where I want them, we are curing that. All right, so the other nail now, we're going to take a lint-free wipe that has rubbing alcohol on it, and we're going to remove that tacky sticky surface layer from that gel base that we use to seal in this nail after the file and buffing. So the reason why this is an important step, because we're going to be doing some nail art and we're going to be using dip powder as well. So what's going to happen once we are done with our nail art, we are going to pour over white pearl on this nail. So any sticky surface or any spot that has this non-cured gel base on it is going to cover completely with that dip powder. So that's another reason why you want to make sure that you do not have a sticky surface on here, because you want to keep this as crisp as clean as possible to really get the perfect icing effect. So if you had a sticky layer on the nail, that dip powder would naturally adhere to that. All right, so we're just creating our drips here. I did 3 little dots, and now I'm just connecting everything to give it like the perfect drip up there at that cuticle line, and just making sure everything is connected. All right, do not cure. So now we're going to go ahead and carefully dump that beautiful white pearl all over the nail there, and then we are going to go ahead and cure right away for a full 30 seconds and then dust off. Now after dusting off, I noticed that I had a few little bare spots here, so I went back in with the dotting tool and that gel base, and now I'm just filling in any bare areas. Also, this gave the like icing drip a little bit more dimension as well, and it kind of gave it almost like a 3D effect based on like putting the gel base over what we already did, and it looked really awesome. So then I felt like this needed a little bit more of like drip on the tip there, so we added a little bit more gel base to cover in those areas, and now we're going to go ahead and place that dip powder on those other drips that we did on the end, kind of at the tip there, and cure for 30 seconds and then dust off. And this is our really easy, super cute icing dripped nail, which I feel like tied in this mani completely. All right, so now to get the rest of that pearl off that was giving it kind of a chrome effect, I'm taking that same lint-free wipe and I just wiped off that remaining dip powder there to give it more of a clean finish. Now to seal everything in, we're going in with a layer of gel top coat and curing for 60 seconds. I debated if I was going to leave this nail as it was and kind of like a matte finish to really get that icing to pop, but in the end I ended up doing a layer of gel top coat, and here's the finished mani. I love it so much. I think it's super fun. It's something a little bit different for the holiday season, but yet you still have like that holiday Christmas look to it, but yet you have like a gingerbread cookie mani, which I think is so cute and adorable. And there's so many different ways you can create this by using different elements. You totally could have left how we had like in the beginning when we put those glitters on that accent nail, going down, making little buttons. You could totally do it like that. You could draw some hearts on here. Options are endless, you know that, especially when you're doing your nails at home. So I hope you enjoyed this super cute, easy to do. Believe it or not, this was very easy to do by adding a little bit of nail art with already elements that you have from other dip powders. It was very easy to do. So I hope you enjoyed this mani. Everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Nellie Belles, and we're also going to be playing with those really pretty nail wraps with those ornaments on them. If you didn't know, Nellie Belles now has nail wraps and they're pretty amazing. There's some great designs. If holiday is not your jam, definitely check out the nail wraps because there's going to be a design that catches your eye. But before we get into the powders today and those really awesome nail wraps, we're starting off with Aspen. Now Aspen is a white. Those are the two nails that I dipped really quick. That we're going to be putting the nail wrap on. I just threw one layer of Aspen. I didn't want to spend too much time on it because it's just a basic white, and you see me do a lot of white on our nails when we're going to do like a full nail wrap. But that one is definitely a great white. It wasn't chalky. It didn't have like any graininess to it or anything like that. But now we're diving into Kinsley, which is like the perfect sagey, amazing green, like rosemary sage green in my opinion. I wouldn't call it an army green because it doesn't really have like that gray undertone to it. This right here, it's a really gorgeous green. I like it because if you're not like into that bright Christmas green, this is a great option. It's more of like it's still like a darker green, but yet it has like a softer side to it. So this is going to be a good alternative, especially if you want to do like a Christmas mani but don't want that like really bright pop of green. Kinsley is going to be the way to go. We're going to be doing the thumbnail in Kinsley. We're ending up doing 2 dips. Overall, a great color, and I just love the coverage of that one. That one is going to be great, especially for like winter season in the cooler months. I really like that color green, and you could pair it with blacks or some dark browns. It would really just make Kinsley pop. So now we're diving into Daddy-O. Daddy-O is like a great red. It's more of a muted red, and what I mean by that, it's not going to be really bold. So it really complements Kinsley really nicely. So if you are in the market for our red, this one's great. I also had very minimal staining on my brush, and it worked great with the gel method as well. Sometimes when you are mixing reds with gel, they tend to not really mix well together, but I had no problems with Daddy-O. It was great coverage. And then after this, we are moving on to this right here. This is called All of the Lights, and it is living up to its name, and it is gorgeous. It is like a string of lights cram-packed into this little jar here, and we are dipping into that cupcake liner, and check it out. It is full coverage with one dip, and it is everything. It screams holiday lights. It's festive. It's everything, and I cannot wait to play with this color again because in my opinion, it is so beautiful. And I really wanted to add more, but I was like, this nail is so pretty on its own. It needed a moment to just kind of shine through on its own, but I am going to be playing with this one again. And I love how those glitters are laying really flat, and it was full coverage. We are going to be doing 2 manis today. This one right here, it's more of like your pop of color, and we're adding some traditional Christmas colors. I really wanted to pull in the All of the Lights colors because I felt like it really kind of just tied into those ornament nail wraps that we're going to be using. So that's why I really wanted to add just like a pop of more color. But the next mani we're going to be doing, that's going to be like a winter cooler tones. Overall, those colors are gorgeous as well. So you're going to see that all here today in one video. We're going to do like a little Nellie Belles marathon, which I love these dip powders so much, and the colors that we're using today are fantastic. If you haven't tried dip powders from Nellie Belles, definitely head over there after this video and check it out. There are tons, I mean tons of beautiful colors. You're definitely going to find something that you gravitate towards. You cannot go wrong with the quality. They're very finely milled and they perform great with the gel method, which I love so much. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's dive into this mani process here, and then I'm going to pop back in just a little bit. All right, so we're getting into these really beautiful nail wraps. I'm just placing it in room temperature water for about 5 seconds. That is all these in particular nail wraps need, is about 5 seconds in room temperature water. Then what I do is I pick it up with a jelly stamper and see how that back of the paper is coming off. That is what you want. If it's not easily coming off, then go ahead and stick it back in the water for another like few seconds, but do not let that sit like a normal decal. Just 5 seconds is all it needs. And now see how I have that whole nail wrap just kind of like on the nail. You could totally leave it like that, or you can trim it. You will see me trimming it away in the next one that we place, and then you'll also in the next video see me trimming it a different way. So I wanted to give you a couple options on how to remove that extra nail wrap, but overall super easy. Same method. I am going to use that flat brush with the acetone and carefully remove that extra nail wrap and just have everything melt down and become one. So super simple. All right, so let's get back into the holiday jams here, and then I will pop back in at the end of the final mani.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day.
something for me under the Christmas tree. So baby, come home tonight and let me hold you real tight, 'cause it's Christmas time. Oh, it's Christmas time. Let us all come together. Let your love keep shining and for always be remembered. Yeah, 'cause it's Christmas time and I want you by my side, darling. So come home, please come home. You keep me up all night. I try to figure this out. Yes, I did. 'Cause you left something for me under the Christmas tree. Yeah. So baby, come home tonight and let me hold you real tight, 'cause it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. Oh, it's Christmas. Oh, you keep me up all night. I try to figure this out. Why you left something for me, yeah, under the Christmas tree. Baby, go home tonight. Oh, let me hold you real tight, 'cause it's Christmas time. Oh, I try to figure this out, but I never could. Oh, baby, come home tonight. Let me hold and squeeze you tight, 'cause it's Christmas time.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add one nail wrap to the accent nail here. I picked this one. It's like snowflakes that have like, they're kind of like hanging and they have kind of like these little lines on it. I really thought they were adorable. Also, since this is a very dark color, it is normal to have a little bit of that ink kind of show up. You could see there when I placed it onto that napkin, it kind of showed a little bit of ink. That is normal when you're working with darker colors. This time I'm going to take a cuticle nipper and just kind of trim away just the tip of that nail wrap here, and then we're going to do the same process here and just use that flat brush here with a little bit of acetone to just melt away and have that nail wrap become one. But I will let you know that depending on the size of your nail, The lines for this one kind of went all the way down, which is totally fine. I liked how that looked. Just know that there is another one that doesn't have lines on it, the one that was next to this. So if you are not into like the dangly snowflakes, then you can pick the other nail wrap. But I do think this one is super pretty, and there's just something about it, like the little floating snowflakes. All right, I wanted to tie in a little bit more sparkle, so we're just tapping ever so lightly, just a little bit more sparkle here just by the cuticle line. And that is all we're going to do to this nail. And then I'm going to go ahead after we place that glitter on and cure for 30 seconds. Then to seal everything in, I already went ahead and finished up the other nails with a layer of gel top coat and cured for 60 seconds. And here is the mani. It screams winter. These colors are everything. And if you're not into nail wraps, this mani right here is beautiful even without that nail wrap. So you kind of have best of both worlds with the nail wrap and without the nail wrap, so you can get like a good feel on these colors. But overall, man, that glitter, it is everything. I love this mani so much. The colors just go so well together. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed today's little mani mashup. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one.